Today on my Thanksgiving series, we're filming the main event. Today I'm going to make the turkey. To make the turkey, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to spatchcock the turkey. What spatchcock means is I'm going to cut the turkey so that it's lying out flat. I know a lot of people like to have their turkey look traditional like this, but when you spatchcock your turkey, you're going to get a much more even cook and you're going to get a nice, beautiful, crispy skin. So it may not look like the traditional turkey when it's done. It's going to taste delicious. Spatchcocking is a lot easier than you think. The first thing you need to do is locate the breast of the turkey. The breast is the part that you want facing up. So when the wings are facing up and the legs are facing up, the breast is facing up. So once you figure out where the breast is on your turkey, I want you to turn the turkey upside down like this. See, not so pretty. You probably don't want to cook it this way. And then you can either take shears or a knife. I'm going to use a knife. And you'll see actually this neck bone right here. And you're going to go right to one side of it and just cut right down. And I'm actually going to cut the other side too. And you're just going to keep cutting until you cut all the way down through all of those little bones along that area there. So I got all the way through. So literally the turkey looks like he's been kind of split open. Well, he has been split open. Okay, now you see that the turkey has been cut all the way along. You're just gonna turn it over. Oh, it's gonna open right up. Then you wanna take your hand on the breast and put your palm, and you're just gonna press down, and you heard a crunch. When you press down, you see now the turkey is no longer a traditional looking turkey, but he's actually been split. So you can see the legs, and the legs are here in the thigh, the breast meat's here, and the wings are here. And that's how easy it is to spatchcock a turkey. This was the hardest part of making the delicious, moist turkey. Okay, so I've got everything I need to go with this turkey. I got a big roaster that I've put foil under. I've got some fresh sage, I've got some rosemary, I've got some celery, some onion, my secret ingredient. We're going to talk about that more in a minute. I've got some butter, and I have a little bit of oil, and some dry sage as well. So the first thing you want to do, take your pan, and see I have this celery and the onion. I'm going to take the celery and the onion, I'm going to put it in the broiler pan. So just lay it in the broiler pan. And what this is going to do, this is going to help with the moisture. It's going to season some, but it's going to help with the moisture too. Make sure it's apart. I might have to, I got to do a little bit of trimming maybe. What that's going to do again is it's going to kind of steam as you're cooking the turkey, so it's going to add a little steam element. And then as this butter and oil drip down, it's going to keep it from smoking, which hopefully means the smoke alarm doesn't go off this year. Some years it does, some years it doesn't. Right on the pan. And I'm going to take the wings and clip them under. We don't want these wings to burn, so I want to clip them under so they get hidden a little during the cooking. I just want to spread it out on the pan. I want to make sure it's not hanging off or anything. I cleaned up my area and got rid of my cutting board that had the turkey juices on it. The turkey's now on the pan. So I'm going to prepare the basting sauce that I'm going to use for the turkey. I melted 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil to that. You want to use olive oil that you can cook with. If you don't have olive oil that you can cook with, you can use vegetable oil or canola oil. I'm also going to put in about half a teaspoon, or let's say a teaspoon of sage. Remember, sage is great for Thanksgiving. It goes great with poultry. I'm going to put in a good teaspoon of salt. Take some fresh rosemary. If you don't have fresh rosemary, of course you can use dried, but I'm going to use fresh. I'm going to take some fresh rosemary. I'm just going to put it in here, and I'm going to chop it up. And then I'm going to use some fresh sage. There we go. Nope, we got a big piece there, but he'll be fine. So we've got salt, sage, rosemary. If you want, you can add a little garlic powder. I'm going to grab some garlic powder. I like garlic in everything, so a little garlic powder, and I think I'm going to add a little white pepper also. I'm going to take some paper towels, and I'm going to make sure that the skin is nice and dry. Now, the reason you want to do this is because the skin, you want the skin to get crispy. You don't want the skin to steam. Okay, that looks nice and dry. And then I just take my mixture and I just literally, I paint the turkey. Give it a nice coating. I want to give everything a good coating. I mean, how easy is this to make a beautiful, moist turkey? We've basted the turkey. It's all ready to go except for one thing, the secret ingredient. I buy a pear every year, and I take the pear. For a spatchcock turkey, I will take the pear and cut it in half. And I'm gonna put half under each, kind of under each breast area. So the pear is gonna impart this nice kind of sweet flavor to the meat. And nobody knows what it is, but everyone knows that it's delicious. The oven I have preheated to 450 degrees. I know that sounds hot. It sounds like it would burn the turkey and burn the skin, but it's not. This turkey is about a 9-pound turkey. It's gonna take between an hour and 80 minutes. So we're gonna put it in the oven for an hour. We're gonna check the breast. The breast needs to be at least 150 degrees, and the thigh meat, in the deepest part of the thigh meat, needs to be 165. So again, 450, I know that sounds high, for 60 to 80 minutes. Okay, so the turkey's just at 1 hour, so I'm gonna take it out of the oven and check it. Okay, I'm gonna use my thermometer, and I wanna go into the thickest part of the thigh and make sure that it's 188. So it's much more than 165, which was the minimum. And then I'm gonna go into the breast meat, and I want it to be at least 150. And we're 162, so we're good. So the turkey's done in an hour. So after you take the turkey out of the oven, you're gonna need to cover it with foil and let it rest at least 10 minutes before you carve it. I hope you spatchcock your turkey this year. You're gonna love it. And have a happy Thanksgiving.